All right. Good morning to the MGI team. We're very happy to be here this morning. Thank you for taking the time to see us. I know you're a little bit short on time right now. We are Sid Squared Consulting, and we would like to go over our proposal for you today. So we're going to start with introductions and then review some facts, key concepts, why Sid Squared, and then a final conclusion. My name is Dina Wing, and I have a bachelor's in English literature. My career has been primarily oil and gas, building up teams and implementing new processes. So I'm here as a team lead today. Next, we have Ibrahim Sai, who is helping us with strategy. He has an engineering background and over 15 years of experience, also in oil and gas, with coordinating project management for timeliness and staying within budget. We will also have Calla West, who is also helping with strategy. She is a recent graduate from University of Houston in business administration with a focus on marketing and communications. And last but not least, Daniel De La Garza, our financials expert, has a bachelor's in business and administration and has spent his career in oil and gas as an analyst and treasury manager. So the purpose of this meeting today is for us to offer you an improvement plan to implement an effective communication strategy for the MGI team. All your team members and the students that are involved in the competition have an incredible amount of expertise and experience in their roles. We would just like to assist in helping these be leveraged more effectively so you can reach your goal in a timely manner. The strategy we're using relies on the principles of radical candor and the get stuff done wheel, which will be explained later. And that will lay a framework for collaboration supported by tactics for group decision making. And now I'll hand things off to Ibrahim Saim to explain our strategy going forward.
Thank you very much, Dina. Let's take a second and look at the sketches. The top left sketch is the way the client explained his or her project, and each different sketch is the way different entities within the organization understood it. And the last one on your right is the way the client actually needed it. What does that tell you? Lack of effective communication. Now I'm gonna go over some facts with you guys. Do you know that in the US, about 33% of small businesses fail within 2 years, and grand opening, grand closing. About 50% of those go under after 5 years. Only 33% survive for 10 years or longer. Needless to say that how transient being an owner or running a small business can be. Four of the most common reason for these failures are: number one, financial issues; number two, improper management; number three, poor business planning; and number four, poor marketing. All experts in the field would concur that failure in communication is the root cause. That brings me to my second point on the agenda. What can be done to remedy miscommunication, which comes in various forms or types, which could be no communication at all, blaming others, or inconstructive criticism. Now, you are in good hands. The good news is that we've analyzed and are recommending a few concepts that are tailored to you, Sasha, and the entire team. These concepts, if adopted, will create a more collaborative environment, which will create value for all stakeholders and drive success in the short term and long term. Again, should you and your team decides to embrace them. So radical candor, get stuff done, errors in group settings, and group decision making. So I'll start off with radical candor and get stuff done. So radical candor and get stuff done are revolutionary styles of communication and management sculptured by Kim Scott, which helped thousands, if not millions, around the globe that are in the same situation as you are. And the concept of radical candor is very simple. It is about caring personally and challenging directly at the same time. And if you fail to do so, you would actually fall within other quadrants, which we don't want to be. And we'll go over those other quadrants in details should you choose to move forward with CID Square Consulting. And given the time constraint that we have and the fact that you have a contest coming up in 3 weeks, we feel like the most pertinent and effective way would be to go over the get stuff done and again get that implemented. What is that? It's listening to everyone's idea, clarify ideas so that it's clear to everyone, debate ideas thoroughly, uh, decide promptly, persuade the rest of the team, not including decision on making steps, execute after the consensus is reached, learn from the results, and again, this cycle repeats again. And now I will let my colleague take over the go over the next few concepts.
Thank you, Abraham. So before I get into how to solve your issues, I'm going to talk a little bit about some errors that can occur from communication. So upon reviewing your case, I've noticed that a few of these may already be affecting your team. These include amplifying errors, the cascade effect, polarization, and focusing on what you know. Amplifying errors result when a bias isn't immediately corrected and in turn results in the problem worsening. The cascade effects occurs when people silence themselves due to not wanting conflict in the team or from respecting the person who is voicing their opinions. Polarization occurs when team members take opposing viewpoints based on their predispositions, and focusing on what you know hinders the ability to look at other viewpoints and focus on those as well. Now, I know a few of those might seem familiar to your team, and I wanted to look over a few solutions to hopefully help you resolve that. So I've compiled a list of about 6 solutions. I'm going to focus on the 3 bolded ones because I believe these will be most beneficial to your team. First, I recommend attempting to silence the leader every once in a while. When you silence the leader, it allows other members in your team to speak freely. And secondly, I would recommend rewarding group success, providing incentives to your group, allow them or motivate them to want to collaborate more and work towards a common goal. And finally, and I believe the most beneficial point for y'all would be to assign roles to each individual team member. When everyone has their own specific role to focus on, they are able to research that role and that role only, and then bring it back to the team to discuss it. I can go over these other points that I haven't went over if we move forward with the process. And now I'm going to turn it over to Daniel to go over financials.
Thank you, Kala. So why SID squared? The benefits to hiring our team are almost immediate. With 3 weeks until the launch of the business plan, MGA is well positioned to take advantage of our services. With our 3-week training program, MGI gains a competitive advantage by increasing the probability of winning the $60,000 that is given to the winner of the contest to further kickstart the business. Our firm is offering 10% of the prize money for our consulting services, plus a negotiable ongoing rate after the launch of the business plan, should MGI be satisfied with our services. Our trainings will undoubtedly improve communication and collaboration within the team. As you can see, these improvements have dramatic effects on the company's bottom line. The most shocking of all these figures is a staggering 27% increase in sales. After our 3-week program, if MGI is satisfied with our results, we can continue to provide services as necessary to further drive business development and product implementation. As you can tell by the results, hiring our team will be a very favorable investment to MGI in the long run. And now I will pass it off to my colleague Dina for closing comments.
Thank you very much, Daniel. So in conclusion, we strongly believe that an effective communication strategy is the key to taking your already brilliant abilities and leveraging all these synergies to reach the goal of winning the business plan contest and beyond. So between radical candor to create an ecosystem of trust within the team, the GSD wheel to make sure that things get done in a timely manner and the best ideas are implemented, and the principles of group decision making to avoid any of the common pitfalls of group communication. We believe these three key strategies will create an atmosphere where the MGI team will flourish and individual expertise can drive the group forward. We are asking for 10% of the potential prize money with the option to continue working with us after the business plan comes to a close at a negotiable hourly rate. Thank you for your time. If you have any further questions, please let us know.